You ever crush a sales pitch? The buyer's nodding, everything is just clicking, and then they hit you with the worst 5 words in sales. I'll have to think about it. We know they're not going to go home and think. They're going to go home to forget. But the best salespeople, we don't panic when we hear that. We don't beg, we don't chase, and we don't throw out discounts. We know exactly what to do next, and that's what we're going to break down today. When someone says, I need to think about it, it's not a timing issue, it's a clarity issue. People stall when something doesn't feel safe or clear. Maybe they don't fully understand the value. Maybe they're scared to make the wrong decision, rightfully so. Or maybe you just didn't connect your solution to what actually matters most to them. Either way, it doesn't matter. I need to think about it is the polite version of saying, you didn't convince me yet. This is your cue, not to push, but to reopen discovery. This is the key. We need more information. We need more information because this is where most reps blow it, all right? The moment that they hear, I'll think about it, they start to say, sure, take your time. They lose the deal. Or even worse, they get defensive. What's there to think about? And there all of a sudden creates tension. Both of those wrong moves, right? The first one kills momentum and the second kills trust. Once you kill trust, it's very, very hard to repair that quickly. So the best of the best, they don't react emotionally. They stay curious. The best move that separates closers from chasers is when they say, I have to think about it, just calmly respond. Something along the lines of, I don't know, totally fair. Just so I understand, what part specifically do you need to think through? You're not being pushy, and you're guiding clarity. 9 times out of 10, they're actually going to reveal the real objection. I'm not sure it'll work for my team. I need to talk to my partner. I don't know if now is the right time. All of this, any of these, anything they give you are little golden nuggets of information. And once it's out in the open, you can help them solve it. But you can't do that unless you discover what it really is. So now there's a little cousin in the room too to this objection of I need to think about it. It's I need to talk to my boss, spouse, partner, manager, yada, yada, yada. This one's tricky, but the same principles apply. Say something along the lines of, absolutely, I would expect you to do that. Can I ask, what do you think their biggest question or concern will be? Remember, now you're dealing with a middleman. This does 2 things. It keeps you in the conversation instead of getting ghosted. And 2, it surfaces the hidden objection before you lose control because of that middleman. Then follow up with something like, if they were sitting here right now, what would you tell them you liked most about our conversation today? This forces them to resell the value out loud, and it builds an internal buy-in. Remember, you can't out-talk fear, but you can recalibrate it. When you handle objections calmly, it signals confidence. When you chase, it signals absolute desperation. You've got to project that you believe this decision makes sense, not because you need the sale, but because you know it solves their problem and is the best solution for their business right now. Remember, buyers don't follow words, they follow conviction. So the next time you hear, I'll have to think about it, don't let your emotions hijack your process. You've made it this far. Don't throw it in the garbage can. Stay curious, reopen discovery, and surface the truth. The goal is never to close faster, it's to close cleaner. Create that win-win. If this helped you, subscribe for more real-world sales psychology and share this with the reps who are tired of hearing that same dreaded 5 words of, I'll need to think about it. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week. Take care.